These are Mother Nature's antibiotics. This is my nuts dance. What do you think?
Oh my God. My family owns an Italian restaurant back in Pennsylvania. I'm super picky about Italian food. This is amazing.
Wake up, warriors! Welcome to the Kaiser Kitchen. I have a special guest today.
I'm very special.
Are you gonna introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Gina. I'm from Pennsylvania, and I'm here visiting Diane and cooking up some little Italian dish that's super healthy.
We're not really cooking.
We're not really cooking,
There's no heat involved in this process whatsoever.
except our heat.
You're gonna be hot when you eat these foods too. You are what you eat, and some of these foods are kind of spicy. A lot of these things that we're gonna be cooking with today are Italian style. These are Mother Nature's antibiotics. They're what we used to use to kill off bad infections or anything negative in our body that's causing our waistline to expand or rob us of energy or causing weird skin issues or lowered sex drive or infertility. So the stuff that we're gonna be using today in this really easy, awesome, tasty, raw, super high fiber, lots of green infused recipe is full of these things that are gonna flatten your belly and boost your energy and balance your hormones. And so this one here is Italian. I have a lot of Italian clients, I have a lot of Italian friends. They're super spicy, just like their food.
It's true.
And what pasta dishes do they like the most?
Fettuccine Alfredo.
Yep. And what are the two things in those recipes that are really, really inflammatory for our body?
Heavy cream and gluten.
Gluten and dairy. So those are two things that if you want a large, poofy, bloated belly, eat that to your heart's liking all day long. But instead, if you want to try something raw that's going to help you have the best poops ever, which means the sexiest belly ever, which means your performance everywhere, including the bedroom, is going to be awesome. So today what we've got, we're gonna make a cashew cheese, which is so easy. This is like one of the things that used to intimidate me thinking about a new thing, because new things always intimidate you, right? But this is like the easiest thing ever. And then we're gonna show you how to spiralize zucchini, which is gonna be your pasta. Over here, what I've got Gina doing is, this is the thyme that we're using in the cashew cheese recipe. It's about time you guys are considering a raw food diet, you know what I'm saying? It's about time. What I do recommend is about a 50-50 diet of vegetables that are raw and vegetables that are cooked, because going straight raw from not having very many vegetables or fiber can actually bloat you more. So ease your way into this. So she's actually taking some sprigs of thyme so we can put it in this cashew cheese recipe. I'm gonna make this first, and then we're gonna spiralize this, and we have our meal and it's all ready to go. It's all vegan, there's no animal products in here. Neither of us are 100% vegan, but these are just really light on the belly. So first things first, I have soaked my nuts. Wait, we don't have nuts. No. I mean, we have these kinds of nuts, different round things. But we've soaked our cashew nuts for about 3 hours. You can do them overnight. This is about 2 cups of cashews, and I'm gonna add that to 1.5 cups of water to the Vitamix. Very important to have filtered water that's healthy for you. So I just soaked them in some Berkey water and then rinsed them out one more time. So now we've got the cashews in there. I'll just put this bowl over here. And then the next thing is 2 cloves of garlic. I actually love garlic, so I'm gonna put 3. So 3 cloves. You don't have to cut them up or anything because the Vitamix is super horsepower. It will blend everything for you. It's called the masticator. It chews, so you don't have to. The next thing I'm gonna add is 1/2 teaspoon of thyme. Thyme is a very overpowering spice. Thyme is really, really good for flushing harmful estrogen, which is one of the biggest problems that we have today in estrogen dominance and hormonal imbalance in so many of us. And estrogen dominance drives up estrogen-related cancers and autoimmune disease and hormone issues, and you're just not gonna lose weight if you have estrogen dominance. So thyme is amazing for helping you to flush the really harmful estrogens that are causing so much disease today. I bet you didn't know that.
I didn't.
Now you know that.
Now that I'm friends with you, I do.
And you're friends with me too. Now, the next thing this is calling for is a teaspoon of sea salt. I love Celtic sea salt, but I also love black truffle. I'm not prejudiced. I like white truffle too.
I've never had black truffle.
Smell it!
Oh, amazing. Love it.
Oh.
Yes.
If this came in like a perfume, would that be weird if you were like attracted to someone that smelled like food that you were attracted to?
Who doesn't like the smell of good food though?
Yeah. When someone says, I want to eat you, you're like, thanks. Because I just rubbed black truffle oil all over my body. So there it goes, it's right in there, and it's kind of overpowering, you guys. I'm using the Hups Salt Company. You can find this on Thrive Market, which is also something I recommend, where you get a lot of your foods Costco prices, Whole Foods products, and that's also on my website. You guys can get a 15% off coupon for your first order over $50. So I put a little bit more salt in here. Be very, very cautious with the salt, because the other thing that I'm adding in here is Nutritional yeast seasoning. This is really, really rich in B vitamins. What are B vitamins good for, Gina?
Migraines.
They're good for energy. Guess what hormones are made out of? They're made out of two things primarily. B vitamins and cholesterol, which is fat. Oh, can you hand me the lemon essential oil over there, please? This recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, but I'm just gonna add lemon. I love doTERRA. That's also my website under essential oils. I just added 3 drops for the flavor, so that should be plenty. Now, all I'm gonna do here is blend this, and then we've got the cashew cheese. Here we go. Okay, and now the cashew cheese might be ready. If you guys noticed, I added a little bit of more nut because it looked a little bit watery. So I added like another cup of nuts or so, which I think I had 2.5 cups as the recipe calls for. My nuts dance. It might need a little bit more salt. What do you think?
Oh my God. My family owns an Italian restaurant back in Pennsylvania. I'm super picky about Italian food. This is amazing. Maybe a little more salt. You can throw a little more salt in there.
Oh, yes, it's my favorite words. I could just put some more truffle salt. Yeah. So herbs are amazing. Herbs are the things that really kill the bad bugs, like the oregano and the thyme and the neem and all of the things that we used to use before the onset of antibiotics in the 1930s. This is food as medicine, truly. So the more herbs that you can use, the more spices that you can throw in your foods. Number one, they just taste that much better. They taste super fresh, and none of these bad bugs that bloat us and make us fat, fatigued, and frustrated, they don't like these herbs. This is gonna be our sauce to go over the zoodles, which are made out of zucchini. So here we go, we've got Gina showing us.
You can see it's like turning it into noodles, but also they make like a hand spiralizer too. So if you don't have a KitchenAid mixer.
They're like 20 bucks on Amazon.
Yeah.
Or you could buy these things at Whole Foods that are already spiralized, but they're not gonna be like organic. And they're not gonna be as fresh. So now we're gonna take these zoodles. This is probably actually about 2 servings. Might be a little bit much fiber, so maybe a half of a zucchini for each person. This is what the serving of zucchini looks like. All the servings that we recommend in the Warrior Cleanse are about a cup. So we're looking for 1 to 2 cups of vegetables or so per meal, maybe up to like 6 to 8 cups a day. So now we just go like this, and let's put a sprig of thyme on there.
Thyme.
And this is what it looks like. So there is your fettuccine Alfredo. Now I want the Italian to have a bite for her very first time. It's gonna be messy. You might want to cut it a little bit first.
I'm used to.
All right, make a big mess.
That's what. All over my pants. All over my pants. Gotta get my hair out of the way.
What do you think, Miss Italian?
You guys, I'm not sharing any of this with Diane. She's on her own. I'm leaving. See ya.
Well, I mean, hey, we got a second one to spiralize, and she's got to go to the airport anyway. But
I'm gonna get all of this.
Gina's got to take off, and she's got perfect fuel to do so. And she's a big fat mess. Here's, you guys, the most important part about this is when you're in the kitchen, miff it, make it fun.
Yeah.
Make a mess.
Yeah.
Do not look for perfect. It's intended to be made a mess of. Right?
Yeah, totally.
Your food doesn't need to look perfect before you put it in your mouth, because it all looks the same when it gets in your stomach anyway. So stop trying to think that we gotta be perfect. Try something new. It doesn't need to be perfect every single time. I have not been raised a chef whatsoever. I used to eat mac and cheese. That was my Italian pleasure. So what do you think? Are you gonna bring this recipe back home and tell your parents about it?
Yeah, I am. We're just serving zucchini noodles and raw cashew Alfredo. That's all we're gonna have.
Oh, for more recipes just like this, and more fun just like this, and more self-love, and not striving for perfection, but striving for progress and making it fun along the way, with the foundation being self-love, check out the Warrior Cleanse. There are tons, there's hundreds of recipes just like this, and we put you on a system. You do it for 4 weeks, and you're never gonna want to go back to your old ways. Self-love is a foundation. You're gonna learn it in this cleanse. We'll see you both in there. Love you guys.
I cannot wait to go home and make that. I'm gonna be honest. I'll eat it every night for like 3 weeks until I get tired of it. That's how I roll.
Oh,
So good.
I'm so stoked you got to see this and learn it and taste it.
Yes.
And I bet you want to stay a little bit longer, but you can't. You gotta get the out of my kitchen. Get out of here. Bye.